All right, so today we're doing a deep dive on something I think a lot of you out there are curious about, the Stanley Quencher H2.0 tumbler.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere these days, and a lot of you have been asking, is it worth the hype?
Right.
What's the deal with this thing? So we're going to take a deep dive. We're going to be looking at the Amazon product page, and we'll be looking at some of the customer reviews and really try to break down what this thing is all about. And, it's got some interesting features, like it's got this lid, it's got 3 different
Get
positions,
the three-way lid.
and it's supposed to be super sustainable and all this stuff. So let's jump right in and take a look. So, first of all, the description on Amazon, it mentions that it comes in a bunch of different sizes. They've got 14 ounce, 20 ounce, 30 ounce, all the way up to 64 ounce.
Mm.
So they really do have a size for everyone, it seems like. And then,
Yeah.
of course, it's got that double wall vacuum insulation that
Mhm.
everyone's talking about.
Yeah, and you see in the reviews, that's not just like a marketing gimmick. People are truly impressed
Yeah.
with how long their drinks stay cold.
Yeah, I've heard ice lasting for like days.
The day's not ours.
Days. Yeah, it's wild. And speaking of being on the go, I see that they've designed it to actually fit in most car cup holders.
Which is smart.
Yeah, I mean, we spend so much time in our cars these days.
Exactly.
Total sense.
And I think it also kind of plays into, we see this a lot in consumer trends now.
Mm.
This desire for convenience, but also sustainability.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about this lid, because
Yeah.
this is really intriguing to me. It's a 3-position rotating cover. So you can have a straw opening, a drink opening,
Yeah.
or a full cover top. What's the thinking behind that?
I think it's all about versatility and user experience.
Yeah.
So you've got different scenarios. If you want to sip on the go, the straw opening is great, minimizes spills.
Okay.
And then, if you want a larger gulp,
Yeah.
you can use the drink opening.
That-
And then the full cover top.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that's going to be for you want to make sure it's totally sealed. It's not going to leak.
Yeah, no leaks. Okay, that makes sense. So it's like they really tried to think of everything. But one thing that I find really interesting is they've really emphasized the sustainability aspect of this. They say it's made from 90% recycled stainless steel. It's BPA free. Do you think that plays a big role in its popularity?
I mean, absolutely. I think consumers are definitely becoming more eco-conscious.
Yeah, for sure.
And, they're looking for products that
Yeah.
align with their values and, choosing a reusable option
Right.
over single-use plastic. I think that's a big part of it.
Right, it's like a statement almost. Like, hey, I'm using a reusable, I'm reducing my environmental impact. So it
Exactly.
goes beyond just functionality at that point.
Right. But, it also comes in a lot of colors.
Oh,
So people
yeah.
can kind of, express their style.
Right. Well, that seems to be a big hit with customers. I've seen reviews where people are like, oh, I found the perfect color to match my personality or whatever. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it really is kind of like an accessory more than just a water bottle.
Yeah. It's interesting how just like a color choice can
Yeah.
elevate a product from being just purely functional to something a little more personal.
Right. It's like you form this connection with it. I've even seen some reviews where they're like, oh, it's like my old friend, like talking about their Stanley Quencher.
That's funny.
It's really interesting.
It's like, people want more than just utility
Yeah.
from their products, They want something that resonates with them.
Okay. But before we get too deep into the emotional side of things, let's look at some of the practicalities. So the Stanley Quencher has a 4.6-star rating on Amazon with almost 46,000 reviews.
Wow.
So that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of happy customers.
Yeah.
And those reviews offer a lot of insights into, what people actually like about it and also what areas might need some improvement.
All right. Let's dig into those reviews and see what we can find.
So, yeah, if you look at the reviews,
Yeah.
a lot of them focus on like the performance, how well it actually works. And people are consistently impressed
Yep.
with the ice retention. Like people are saying their drinks stay cold for days.
I mean, that's got to be a game changer.
Yeah.
For people who are, always on the go. You can fill this thing up in the morning and have ice cold water still in the afternoon.
Yeah. It's like having a little portable ice chest
Right.
for your drink.
So it's that convenience factor again.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then we've also got, a lot of positive comments about the colors.
The color options?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like people really put a lot of emphasis on finding the right color.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's like a way to personalize it.
Right.
Make it your own.
It's an expression of your style.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, of course, no product is perfect. We did see some negative comments, mainly about it being prone to scratches.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So apparently it's pretty durable overall. But the exterior finish might be a little susceptible to wear and tear.
So it's like a tough cookie with the delicate skin.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But I mean, how big of a deal is that, really?
I mean, I guess it depends on the person. Some people are really into aesthetics.
Right. They want it to look pristine,
Exactly.
like brand new all the time.
Yeah. But other people, they might not care as much, as long as it's functional.
Right. It keeps their drinks cold. It doesn't leak. A few scratches are just battle stars.
They're like a badge of honor.
Right, exactly.
Well-loved Stanley Quencher.
Okay. So we've got durability. We've got style. But there's one thing that might be a sticking point for some people.
The price.
Yeah, the price.
Yeah.
So the 14-ounce version is going for about $20.
Okay.
Which, I mean, that's not nothing.
Yeah. Some people might see that and be like, whoa, that's a lot for a water bottle.
Right. So how do you justify that cost?
Well, I think you have to look at it as an investment.
Okay.
You're paying for quality. You're paying for durability. This thing is designed to last for years.
Right.
Potentially even a lifetime. So if you think about how much you would spend on disposable water bottles over time, it might actually save you money in the long run.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then there's also the environmental aspect. You're not creating all that waste
Absolutely.
from a single-use plastic bottle.
Yeah, you're reducing your environmental footprint.
Right. Okay. So we've established the Stanley Quencher is well made. It keeps your drinks cold for a really long time. It comes in a ton of colors. And the price is, I guess you could say, reflective of its quality and sustainability. But we've also uncovered some potential drawbacks, like that scratch resistance issue. So it's really up to the individual to decide if this is the right product for them.
Exactly. Weigh the pros and cons. See if it fits your lifestyle, your values.
Right. We've given you the information. Now it's up to you to make the call.
And, sometimes the best way to do that is to go beyond just reading about it.
Yeah.
And actually try it for yourself.
Yeah, experience it firsthand, see what it's all about. But, even with all this information, I'm still kind of left wondering, why has this particular tumbler become such a phenomenon? What is it about the Stanley Quencher that's really captured people's attention?
Yeah, it's clearly more than just a water bottle at this point.
Right.
It's a status symbol almost.
Yeah.
A way to show that you're in the know.
Right. It's like you're part of this club of people who appreciate quality and sustainability.
Yeah, and that sense of belonging can be really powerful.
Yeah, it is. But, maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe it's just that it's a really good product that does what it's supposed to do, keeps your drinks cold, looks good, aligns with your values.
It's a compelling argument. Sometimes the simplest explanation is the best one.
Right. But you know what? I have a confession. Even after all this discussion, I'm still a little fuzzy on all the different lid options.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Could we maybe break those down a bit more? I'm especially curious about the benefits of each position.
Yeah, sure. Let's demystify the three-way lid.
All right, so break it down for me, the three-way lid.
Okay, so you've got your straw opening, right? And that's designed for when you're on the go, you're commuting, you're at the gym, and you want to minimize spills and splashes.
So that's for clumsy people like me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a built-in safety net for your drink.
I like that. But what about the drink opening? When would you use that?
So the drink opening is for when you want a larger flow, maybe you're really thirsty, need to hydrate quickly, or you're enjoying a beverage that's best savored in bigger sips.
So it's like you can tailor the flow rate to your drink and your thirst level.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. And then there's the full cover top, the leak-proof option.
Right, the full cover top. It's like your ultimate weapon against leaks. It provides that extra layer of security, ensures that your drink stays contained even if your quencher takes a tumble.
Peace of mind in a lid.
Exactly.
I like that. But it's funny. We've spent all this time talking about the features and the reviews and everything, but we haven't really talked about the emotional side of owning a Stanley Quencher.
That's a good point. There's definitely a certain level of attachment that people seem to develop to their quenchers.
Yeah.
It's more than just a utilitarian object. It's a companion, a statement piece.
Right. Remember those reviews where people were calling their quenchers their old friends or their trusty sidekicks?
Yeah, exactly. It's like it represents something more, it represents quality, durability, sustainability.
Like a badge of honor almost.
Yeah, you're part of this community of people who care about those things.
Right. I think we've officially cracked the code of the Stanley Quencher phenomenon.
I think so.
It's more than just a water bottle. It's a statement, a companion, a symbol of a conscious lifestyle.
Maybe it's the key to unlocking a whole new level of hydration and eco-consciousness.
Well, there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into the world of the Stanley Quencher H2.0 tumbler.
We covered a lot.
We explored the features, the benefits, the drawbacks, and even the emotional connections people have formed with this thing.
Hopefully this has given you a better understanding of what all the hype is about.
But ultimately, the decision of whether or not to buy one is up to you.
Weigh the pros and cons, think about your own needs and values.
See if it's the right fit for you.
And hey, the best way to really know is to try it out for yourself.
Experience it firsthand. That's a wrap on this deep dive. Until next time, stay curious and stay hydrated.